وزدنا علما يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ رف نصب جر. Didn't you get the joke now? I asked كيف حالكم? What is your حال? And I asked you رف نصب جر. Don't get it. Okay. You know, like an ism has hal, three hals, raf, nasb. Okay, never mind. Okay. So everything has a sunnah. So the sunnah of this class is going to be when you get to class, you must open your homework from last week. And then you must look to the person next to you and look at their homework. And they look at your homework. And then you start marking the homework. Okay, the sunnah is what? You get to class, make your tahiyyatul masjid, you open your homework, look at the person next to you, look at their homework, and then you start marking your homework together, comparing your notes together. So inshallah you can begin now inshallah. Open your homework. Okay. Okay, Bismillah. Inshallah, we can mark. Inshallah. Okay. So Alhamdulillah, some of your textbooks were printed last week, so you have some of your textbooks now. I'll just go through some of them so you know what's happening. There is one called Arabic Grammar Through the Quran. You can find that one. It's called Arabic Grammar Through the Quran. And at the bottom there it says Student Workbook. student workbook. Arabic grammar through the Quran student workbook. Okay. So alhamdulillah, so now we have all your exercises in one book. So you can't forget your things at home and can't find the page and I didn't get the printout and I didn't get the email. It's all in here inshallah. So you'll be working through this book for Nahw for the year inshallah. If you open up you'll see the first page you've actually done already. 1.1 you've done already. And 1.2 you'll see you've done already. So today we're going to be with 1.3. Okay, so that's your Nahw workbook for the year inshallah, and you will complete it inshallah. If you're still here, you'll complete it for the year. Next book you have is the Introduction to Arabic Grammar. Introduction to Arabic Grammar with the blue tab on the side. So that is basically your textbook for grammar. I won't necessarily read through here because I'll be teaching you grammar from the PowerPoint. But I would want you to read it again yourself from the notes afterwards. Okay, so if you open it, you're going to find, if you go to the index page, or the contents page at the beginning, number 1 reads there, what is Nahw? What is Nahw? And 1.1 says 3 types of words in Arabic. 3 types of Arabic words, which you know is ismun, fi'lun, harfun. And then you can see the first, number 2 there is understanding an ism, which we're busy with this week inshallah. We finished 2.1 already, the encasing of an ism, which is the hal. What's the hal? The hal can either be what? What are the 3 hals you have? Raf'un, nasbun, jarrun. So you can see it's not too much for the year, because after number 2, we just do a few things about the ism. Then number 3, we do the sentences, 2 Arabic sentences. And number 4, we do 4 fragments. This is all we do for the year. This is your grammar fundamentals. So it's only 24 pages. It's a little for the year, but you must know this well, inshallah. You must know this well. And then finally, you have your Quran workbook, which you will start today, inshallah. So your Quran workbook with a brown tab on the side. So those 2 books I showed you is for my period now. Then the Quran workbook, this is for the last period, your Quran study period. Okay. So if you go to again the index page, these are all the surahs you'll be doing for this year, inshallah. If you go to the contents page in front, this is all the surahs you'll be doing. Fatiha, Surah Mulk, and then you'll be doing from Surah Duha until Surah Nas, inshallah. It will be in your Quran period. So your Quran workbook is for you to write in. You must write in here. You must make notes in here. Whatever else you want to put in here, this is actually a workbook for you too. Not for qira'ah. You can write in here. You can write in here, inshallah. I will ask you questions about the surahs and so on. Okay. We're still busy with the sarf book, inshallah. So it will come soon. But the sarf book will have some handouts for now. Okay. Bismillah. The subject is called An-Nahw. An-Nahw. I think. Okay. Just some recap, yes? What is this? Okay, it's fine. Yes, we have enough. It will be from the other side, inshallah. So everybody will have a book today, inshallah. Okay. Bismillah. Just some recap. Recap again for 5 minutes. Last week we learned the names of the harakat. One is called the haraka, other is called the harakat. So in Arabic, can you remind me, what is a in Arabic? What's an in Arabic? A dhamma. Remember, a dhamma. And what's an in Arabic? Fatha. Fatha. And what's an in Arabic? Kasra. Let's say those 3 together in red. Dhamma, fatha, kasra. All together. Again. Dhamma, fatha, kasra. The more you say something, the more you hear something, the more something is repeated, the more it becomes ingrained in you, inshallah. Last time, Dhamma, Fatha, Kasra. What do you call a little circle there? Sukoon. It's called a sukoon. Then we call these things here, these double letters, an, un, in. What do you call them? We call them tanween. We call them tanween. Then this two vowels, what do we call it? Shadda. And the shadda is what? A double letter. It's a double letter. A double letter. Okay, so let's go through all the red words all together. Dhamma, Fatha, Kasra, Sukoon, Tanween, Shadda. Again. Dhamma, Fatha, Kasra, Sukoon, Tanween, Shadda. Okay. Okay, we'll leave this now. Then we said, very first lesson we said al-kalima. Al-kalima means what? The Arabic word, or any Arabic word. An Arabic word is always one of three things, which is what? Ismun, fi'lun, harfun. All together? Ismun, fi'lun, harfun. It's either going to be an ismun altogether, ismun, fi'lun, harfun. What's an ismun? Noun was the short word, the short meaning. What is the long meaning? Person, place. Person, place. Adverb, adjective, idea, thing, all of those things. Person, place, thing, idea, adjective, adverb, and more. So one big basket called ismun. Ismun. Short name and noun. A fi'lun is what? A verb. And harfun? A particle was a short name and a long name? A word that makes no sense? Except if it's followed by another word. So what you do is that if you want to, we're not going to go through the whole list now. If you want to, if you go to the Introduction to Arabic Grammar. Introduction to Arabic Grammar, the one, the textbook with the blue tab on. If you go right at the back, to the back of the book. Can you see there is Appendix A? Particles list. Particles used in the Arabic grammar, in the Arabic language. A particle is what in Arabic? Harfun. So here you have a whole lot of huruf or harfs that you use in Arabic. So I'm not going to go through them now. I'm just saying that in your mind they're all here. If you want to read through them sometime, then you can go through them and say, okay, oh, this makes sense now. Like ba, beta, wa means by, li means for, ka means like, fi means in, ala means on. If you just go through them, you can just get used to them in the meantime. But that's what we mean when we say a harf. And there's different categories of harf. Different categories of particle. So here's just, not for you to memorize, study, or just for you to have a reference, basically, to some of the huruf in Arabic. Okay. You can close now again, just to show you it's there. In case you want to, just have an idea of harf better. So every word in Arabic is either what? Is fi'lun or harfun. Every single word, and you know what each of those categories are. Next one. How do we recognize an ismun? Okay, so first of all, obviously we can recognize an ism by the meaning. If it's a person, we can see by the, it's a person, or it's a place, or it's an idea, or it's an adjective, or it's a thing. We can see by the meaning of the word, we can see it's an ismun, and that's the main way to say it's ismun. But in addition, we are also saying that there are visual clues on the word. What are the visual clues that the word is an ismun? At the beginning there might be an al. So in other words, if you see an al, 99.9% of the time it's going to be an ismun. Okay. There might be something before the al, like a fa, fal, or wa, wal, like wal asr. There might be something before the al, but that fa and wa is actually a different word, but it's just written together. Like al asr means time, and wa means by. So wal asr looks like one word, but it's actually two words. You with me? So there might be something before the al. Like al muslimu, al kitabu. Those are examples of a word that's an ism. What's the other sign? A tanween at the end. Whenever you see a tanween, an, in at the end, it will always be an ism. Rasulun baytun. What's the last one? Ta marbuta. Ta marbuta. Like jannatun, ayatun. If you see a ta marbuta at the end, it will always be an ism. Those are just visual clues. Visual clues. If you see those there, you know you have an ism. But some isms don't have any of those signs as well, and we'll come to learn about them. Okay. That was all the first lesson. Now we're going back to the second lesson. The second lesson. We said an ism has a hal. An ism has a hal. What's a hal in English? A condition or a state. So in Arabic we say there are three hals. What are the three hals called? I'll give you a clue. The first one is raf'un. Nasbun. Jarrun. What's the first one? Raf'un. Second one? So be careful now. Is it nas or nas? Make a faham mark, no? Nasbun, inshallah. So raf'un. As a saw, not the scene. Not nasbun. Nasbun. And the last one? Jarrun. Let's say those three. Raf'un, nasbun, jarrun. Again. Raf'un, nasbun, jarrun. What are we saying here? We're saying that every ism must have a hal. The hal is either raf'un, nasbun, or jarrun. Then we did the hal of a single ism. A single ism. For example, the word rasulun or ar-rasulu, which means a messenger or the messenger, but means messenger. If it ends with un or u, it's going to be raf'un. It's going to be raf'un. If it ends with a or an, it's going to be what? Nasbun. Nasrin? I think I must just turn the volume down in that class, inshallah. So if it ends with an or a, it's going to be nasbun, and it ends with I or in, it's going to be jarrun. So this was your homework. Your homework was to go through the exercise. Let's go through quickly. Your homework was not the whole one. Let's go through a little bit of it quickly. Exercise 1.2. Okay, 1.2. If you're able to do the exercise, you understood the work, inshallah. So let's go through quickly. 1.2. What you have to identify is that the underlying word is raf'un, nasbun, or jarrun. So let's bismillah. Bismillahir-Rahman. Ar-Rahman. Is Ar-Rahman raf'un, nasbun, or jarrun? Jarrun. Next one, Ar-Rahimi. Jarrun. The I is jarrun. Alhamdu. Alhamdu. If it's ends the U and single, it's going to be raf'un. Rabbi. Ends the I, it's going to be jarrun. And you can see Rabbi means Lord, Master, but there's no sign, there's no al, there's no tanween, there's no ta marbuta. So some of them have no, doesn't have a sign, and you will see why later on, inshallah. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki. Which hal? Jarrun. Put Maliki in raf'un. Maliku. Put in nasbun. Malika. Good. Yawmi. Which hal is in? Jarrun. Ad-Dini. Jarrun. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-sirata. As-sirata. Nasbun. Put in raf'un. As-siratu. Put in jarrun. As-sirati. Next one, al-mustaqima. Which hal? Nasbun. Nasbun. Put in raf'un. Al-mustaqimu. In jarrun. Al-mustaqimi. Next one, Yasin. wal Qur'ani. You can see there's a wal Qur'ani. The wa is actually a harf, and the word is al Qur'an. You can see the alif lam there. So wal Qur'ani, al Qur'ani. What hal is then? Jarrun. Put it in raf'un. Al Qur'anu. A nasbun. Al Qur'ana. Al Hakimi. Which hal? Jarrun. Innaka la minal mursalin ala siratin. Which hal? Jarrun. Mustaqimin. Jarrun. You can see the last one. As-sirata. Al-mustaqima. Nas. Now we have siratin. Mustaqimin. Jar. Tanzila. Nasbun. Al-azizi. Jarrun. Al-rahimi. Jarrun. Litundira qawman. Nasbun. You'll find something different about an. Is whenever you have an, then they put the alif afterwards. For example, if you make that word qawmun, what do? We take the alif away and just put un there. The alif at the end. You can see the alif at the end there? If it be qawmun, we take the alif away, we just put un. If it's qawmin, we take the alif away, we put in. But if it's qawman, we put the alif there. Okay, just like a spelling thing in Arabic. For example, even here, if you look at the screen here, can you see Rasulun has no alif. Rasulin has no alif, but Rasulan we add alif at the end. So it's a spelling rule in Arabic that when you have an, you generally add an alif at the end. Just like a spelling rule. So even if you go to your answer sheet, let's go to your answer sheet quickly. Did we end that today? That's only the tanween, yes. If you go all the way down to siratun, path, can you see siratun, siratan? We add a alif. And siratin, there's no alif. It's just a spelling rule. If you go further down to qawmun, can you see qawmun? No alif. Qawman, we add an alif at the end. And qawmin, there is no alif again. So you can just correct your spelling, it's fine, some other time in terms of, that's just spelling, that's fine. Next one, last one. لَقَدَ حَقَّ الْقَوْلُ. Al-qawlu, what's the hal? Raf'un. Okay, I'm going to leave that lesson for now. Again, the idea is that you must just have some idea of what you're doing. You mustn't be totally lost. Little bit lost is okay. I'm going to move to a new lesson, inshallah. Today is an easy lesson. Very easy lesson. I'm going to move to a definite and indefinite ism. A definite and indefinite ism is a new concept. So, bismillah. Okay. First, do it in English first of all. Say I have a page here. What's the difference if I say a page versus a page? For example, if I tell my child, can you bring me the page? Versus me saying, can you bring me a page? What's the difference? If I say a page, which page do I mean? Any page. If I say a page, bring me a page, I mean you can bring me any page, just bring me a page. Right? If I say bring me the page, what do I mean? Specific. Okay, so the something is definite. It's something which is specific, definite. A something is something which is indefinite. How about if I say a person's name? I say, give this to Ibrahim. Is that definite or indefinite? If I say, give this to a man, indefinite. Any man you give it to. If I say, give it to Ibrahim, definite. Okay. So the something in English means specific. And someone's name also is something which is specific. You with me? So you all know definite and indefinite. Definite is the something, indefinite is a something. So very simple lesson. In Arabic, we don't obviously have THE. We don't the like that. We have what? Al. We have al. So al in Arabic is the. Al in Arabic is the. For example, I have the word al-qalamu. What's the translation of that? The pen. Qalam means pen. So al-qalamu means what? Pen. So what's the lesson? Focus with me. What's the lesson? Simple lesson. That if I have al, I know qalam means pen. If I have al means the. Are you with me? Al means the. If I have no al, it means a something or and something. That's indefinite. For example, qalamun. There's no al there. So what's the translation? A pen. A pen. Qalamun, a pen. So that's today's lesson. Well, one half of today's lesson. Is what? Simple lesson. Don't get lost now. Simple lesson. If it's al, it is definite, it's the. If it's not al, and it's going to be a. Now if you look at the screen carefully, you're going to see something about the tanween. Where do I have a tanween and where do I not have a tanween? If there's no al and then there's a tanween. And if there's al, no tanween. So I'll tell you something in Arabic. In Arabic you can never ever have al and tanween. So just absorb. In Arabic you can't have al at the beginning and tanween at the end. You can't have al-qalamun. Doesn't exist in Arabic. Okay, so just in terms of spelling, again spelling, if I add al, I don't have tanween. And if there's no al, I generally have tanween, except in some other cases, like Rabbi, which you showed you, then we won't have tanween, but in the general rule is, I generally have tanween. Okay. Let's go for it. Al-baytu, is it definite or indefinite? Al-baytu. What's the translation of al-baytu? Bayt means house. So what's al-baytu? The house. So definite or indefinite? Definite. Can you see it's flying there? Next one. Baytun. Translation of baytun? A house. Definite or indefinite? Indefinite. And can you see the spelling there? I can see the spelling there. If it's no al, I add tanween. And if there's al, I take away the tanween. Next one. Kitaban. What's kitab mean? A book. So kitaban. Definite or indefinite? Indefinite. A book. Al-kitaba. The book is definite. Al-madrasati. Definite or indefinite? You still awake? Did you have a kusista this morning? It's too early for kusistas, no? The auntie doesn't open until 7 o'clock. What time is the kusista lady open in your area? 7. MashaAllah. So in some areas the kusista lady opens 7. That means you are able to grab your kusista before class or either on the way. But in others they maybe open 8, 8:30. It's a bit tight. So I'm not sure if you prepare the kusista the night before or delay it till break after school, but you must have to work it out just for the blood sugars. Just to keep the blood sugars with me. You with me? Al-madrasa means what? Madrasa means the school. So al-madrasa means what? The school. Definite or indefinite? It means it is definite. Madrasatin means what? A school. Which is what? Definite or indefinite? Indefinite. Okay, is that easy? You sure? Come to the same slide now, and I can tell me it's difficult afterwards. Is it easy so far? What's the lesson so far? The lesson is what? Just tell your partner the lesson there quickly. Tell your partner the lesson. What did we just learn now? And tell them also about tanween also. Just tell your partner, make sure they're right. Tell your partner how to say the mosque and a mosque in Arabic. Tell your partner how to say the mosque and a mosque. Make sure the tanween's right now. Okay, Bismillah. Okay, we'll give you more time now, inshallah, Bismillah. Let's rewind. Let's rewind quickly. I'm rewinding. You can see I'm rewinding. Okay, now we rewinded the class. Time travel. But now we're going to go back and do it again. But we'll make one small little change. And it doesn't become lost now, small change. Small change. Instead of definite, we're going to use the Arabic word for definite. The Arabic word for definite is ma'rifa. All say together. Ma'rifa. Again. One more time. What does ma'rifa mean? Definite. Okay. What's the Arabic word for definite? Ma'rifa. The Arabic word for indefinite is nakira. All together. Again. Last time. Nakira. What's nakira mean? Indefinite. Same story. Is al-baytu ma'rifa or nakira? Take a moment. Is al-baytu ma'rifa or nakira? Ma'rifa. Why? Because ma'rifa means definite. Next one. Baytun. Is baytun ma'rifa or nakira? Nakira. Why? Because nakira means what? Indefinite. And indefinite is what? No al. Next one. Kitaban. Is it ma'rifa or nakira? Altogether, what is it? Nakira. Why? Nakira means indefinite. No al. Al-kitaba. Ma'rifa or nakira? Ma'rifa. Al-madrasati. Ma'rifa or nakira? Ma'rifa. Next one, madrasatin ma'rifa or nakira? Nakira. Everybody still okay? Auntie still alright? The aunties can also WhatsApp me if they have a problem, eh? You got my number? Yeah. Okay. So nakira is indefinite, and generally nakira, how can you see a nakira? You see nakira when you open the Quran, you read the Quran now. How do you know if the word is nakira or ma'rifa? Nakira is what? No al plus tanween. You with me? You read in the Quran and you come across a word as no al and has tanween. What do you tell yourself? Nakira. Nakira. Then you come across a word in the Quran, it has an al. Like all these words here have an al. It has al-baytu, al-kitaba, al-madrasati. It has an al and no tanween. What do you tell yourself? Ma'rifa. Everything okay so far? Okay. Now let's read the Quran inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد. Let's leave the word Allah for now. Let's go to the word ahad. I want to ask you a question. Is it ma'arifa or nakira? Now you must think again. I don't know what happened. Now we change slides. So much change everything now. Is ahad ma'arifa or nakira? Okay, so easier. Is ahad definite or indefinite? Indefinite. Indefinite. A something. So if we say Qul huwa Allahu ahad, we don't say Allah is the one. We should say Allah is one. Because now there's no al there. So this is indefinite. And indefinite Arabic is what? Nakira. Let's leave it Allah for now. Allahu samad. This word here, as-samad, Is it definite or indefinite? Definite. As-Samad is the one you go to for all your needs. So is Allah a person you go to for all your needs, or the being you go to all your needs? The being. Why? Because it is definite. Our same question again. Is As-Samad ma'rifa or nakira? Ma'rifa. Next one. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan. Definite or indefinite? Indefinite. And is it ma'rifa or nakira? Nakira. Next one. Ahadun. Ma'rifa or nakira? Nakira. How about the word Allah? What do you think? It is ma'rifa, definite. Why? Because it's a name. Ibrahim, Musa, Makkah, Cape Town, any name, proper noun, called proper noun. Any name is always definite. Okay. It's all okay so far? Is it too easy? Can I add one more? One more. Let's bismillah inshallah. Let's go back quickly. You come across the word Qul huwa Allahu ahadun. What's the hal of that word? Ahadun. Now hal must reverse now, 2 weeks now. Hal, raf, nasb, jar. What hal is that there? Raf'un. And now our second question, is it ma'rifa or nakira? See I go build up now? Nakira. Next one. Allahu Samad. As-Samadu. Is it ma'rifa or nakira? Ma'rifa. What's the hal of As-Samadu? Raf'un. So what do you learn? You learn so far 2 things that you're going to learn. In the end you're going to learn about 4 or 5 things about the ism. But you learn so far 2 things. You see an ism, you must be able to tell me what's the hal. What's your options? Raf'un, nasbun, jarrun. Next thing you see an ism, you must be able to tell me, is it definite or indefinite? Or in Arabic, is it ma'rifa or nakira? Okay. So I know it takes a while to get used to the terms and you get confused with the Arabic terms. That's why we're going to practice them. Okay. We're going to practice them. Our brothers at the back, our brothers at the back, inshallah, if they can just keep the volume, inshallah. Barakallah. Naam. Next one, kufuwan. Can you see the spelling there again? Anna add alif. Can you see the spelling there? If it's anna add alif. Is it raf'un, nasbun or jarrun? What's the hal? Nasbun. Is it ma'rif or nakira? Nakira. Last one, ahadun. What's the hal? Raf'un. Okay. And this is nakira. So there's 2 things. I was going to add the 3rd thing now, but my feeling just tells me just to pause the 3rd thing for a few moments and give you some time to consolidate. So we're going to do some rather work now, inshallah. So let me just find your work and we can do something new after the group work. Okay. So let's go to your workbook. Your workbook is where all your work is in. So you open it, you see lots of exercises. That's your workbook. That is the one with the brown tab. With the brown tab. Where are we here? The dark brown tab, yes. Oops, not this. Okay. Now on page 3, there's an exercise 1.2b. 1.2b. So like a small addition to understanding, but it's added inshallah. The first word is the ardun. Can you see ardun there? Are you all on the right page? You're on exercise worksheet 1.2b on page 3. So make sure your partner knows where they are. They're on the right page. Okay. It's the one that's on the screen. You can see the ones on the same as the screen. It's that one there. Okay. Look at the word ardun. Ardun. Is ardun definite or indefinite? Ardun is a for example, ardun means land. Is it the land or just land? Land. Now al means what? Indefinite. Now I want to say the land. How do I say the land? Al ardu. I add alif lam, it becomes al ardu. Al ardu, which means the land. Okay. So the first column, I actually forgot to put the heading in. It's a new exercise, but you can put the heading yourself. The heading of the first column is indefinite. Above moon letters there, you can put indefinite. So above the word moon letters, you can put this whole column here is indefinite. And the second column is definite. Okay, now I know some of you, many of you, you're not used to writing Arabic, so you're not going to write now. In your groups, what you're going to do is you can take the first column and you're going to give each one a turn. They're going to give you the definite version of something. For example, person number 1 is going to say ardun is indefinite and al-ardu is definite. Person number 2 is going to say babun is indefinite and al-babu is definite. Okay, so you can get in your groups of 4 or 5. In your groups, tutors make sure they're in their groups of 4 or 5. It's all I want you to do for now is just say whether it is, what is the definite version of each one. Okay, each one take a turn inshallah. Tutors, we want him to understand sun and moon letters inshallah. No. Tutors also make sure they say the end of the word. Al-babu, al-jannatu, without the tanween inshallah. What's happening? Okay. Let's go through together, inshallah. Let's go through together. Let's go through together. So what we're going to do is we're going to just read. We're just going to read the spoon version, then the raf'un version. So we're going to read ardun, al-ardu, and so on. Bismillah. All together. Ardun, al-ardu. Babun, al-babu. Jannatun, al-jannatu. Hisabun, al-hisabu. Khabarun, al-khabaru. Aynun, al-aynu. Ghurfatun, al-ghurfatu. Faslun, al-faslu. Qamrun, al-qamrun. Kitabun, al-kitabu. Matarun, al-mataru. Halikun, al-haliku. Waladun, al-waladu. Al-yadu. Okay. Then the second column is the same exercise. We have the word turab, and if we add al, it becomes what? Okay, now you're going to find something, just a difference in pronunciation. The first column, it's just so in other words, both columns are the same. The first one is nakira, and if I make it ma'rifah, I add what? Alif, lam. In the second column, it's a slightly different way of pronouncing it. For example, if I have the word turab, and I add alif, lam, I don't say al-turab, I say at-turab. But look at the screen, can you see? You can see the al there, still there. It's just I don't say it. I say at-turab. Next one I say thawab. I make it thawabun. If I make it definite, I add al, and doesn't become al-thawabu. I say it how? Al-thawabu. All I'm doing is I'm skipping the al, I'm just grabbing, and there's a shadda on the next one. Yeah, we'll get to the reason now, inshallah. Okay. So, bismillah, darsun. What do you think darsun is going to become if I add al? So I also write alif, lam with dars, but I won't say al-darsu. I'll say what? Ad-darsu. Next one, dhi'bun. If I add al, ad-dhi'bu. Next one, rajulun, ar-rajulu. Zawjun, az-zawju. Sirajun, as-siraju. Shamsun, ash-shamsu. Suratun, as-suratu. Da'nun, ad-da'nu. Tariqun, at-tariqu. Dhillun, al-dhillu. Laylun, al-laylu. Nahlun, an-nahlu. So all of the second column, this last column here, which we did now, I'm still adding alif, lam, but I'm just not saying the lam. Like if we say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, even though there's alif, lam, you don't say Bismillahil Rahman al-Rahim. You even say the Fatiha. For example, let me go to it and show you. Do I have a Bismillah here? No, I don't have a Bismillah here. Okay, but you can, let me see here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, where's we? For example, yeah. We have here Tanzila. Can you see? All with me here? We're reading verse number 5 here, between the 4 and the 5. Tanzi. Let's read that one together. Tanzil al-Azizir Rahim. Can you see there's a alif lam there and an alif lam here? The first one I said the alif lam, Tanzil al-Aziz, and the second one I didn't say the alif lam. Okay. So now you're going to ask me why is it like that? Okay, let me do it for you. Back here. Okay, so it's very simple. All the words in the first column, like for example, arbum jannatun, the first one starts with alif, next one starts with ba, next one starts with jim and ha. All the words in the first column, if any Arabic letter starts with that, any Arabic word starts with that letter, then I say the al. That's just the rule. For example, if I take the word babun and I take another word with b, like baytun, will I say al-baytu or ab-baytu? Because any word with ba, I always say the al. You with me? Those are all called moon letters. Qamar letters. Huruf al-qamariyah, they're called moon letters. Because why moon? Because qamar, at the bottom here, qamar is one of them. Qamar means moon. So these are moon letters. Letters here, if any Arabic word starts with one of these letters, then I don't say the al, I just grab with the shadda. For example, let's think of the example, thawab. Ath-thawab, another word with tha is thawb, a garment. How do I say the garment? Ath-thawbu. I don't say al-thawbu. Al-thawbu. Okay. So you don't have to, so let me just rewind. This lesson for me is not that important. This is like a pronunciation lesson. You think this is a pronunciation lesson? This you do in tajweed and you do in bacha classes. I'm just telling you, alerting you to the lesson. My main concern is not this, whether you grab or don't grab or say the al. My main concern is what? That if there's no al, it's what? Nakira ma'rifah. It's indefinite, nakira. And if there's al, it's going to be ma'rifah. Okay, so your homework, your first piece of homework, don't worry too much about this thing here, but your first piece of homework is just to write down the two columns, the definite columns. What you're going to do, you're going to add a al and make sure there's no tanween. That's your first piece of homework. Your second piece of homework, which I want you to actually do now because it will make your life easier in the week, inshallah, is worksheet 1.3. 1.3. This one you can do now in class, inshallah. 1.3. 1.3 has, can you see the first column says what? Incorrect word. Why is al-muslimin incorrect? Because I have a al and a tanween, so it can't be such wrong actually. You never ever get al-muslimin. You with me? So all your job to do is what? Is to write out what is the correct ma'rifah version and what is the correct nakira version. What is the correct ma'rifah version and what is the correct nakira version. So for the next 10 minutes, inshallah, I'm going to give you two things to do. Number one, in your groups, I want you to do it verbally. Number one is going to say al-muslimin. That's the incorrect word. The correct version is of ma'rifah is al-muslimi and nakira muslimin. Next person will say baladu. That's incorrect. The correct version is going to be ma'rifah al-baladu nakira baladun. Each person take a chance in your group, and when you're done with that, you can start writing it out, inshallah. Okay. So say it verbally, and then the correct ones, and then start writing it out, inshallah. Okay. Tutors, if you can just assist them to make sure. If any questions, raise your hand. Someone will come help you, inshallah. Tutors, make sure everybody's in the group, inshallah. Make sure everybody's in the group. Or next week. Okay. Recap, and then we can do our nasiha, inshallah. Quick recap. Let me just quickly recap the sun and moon. I actually don't normally teach sun and moon letters. It's the first time I'm teaching it this year. I can see why I don't teach it. I just normally just leave it out. But let's just do this one first to make it easier for you, inshallah. So what you can do for homework is that in this page, worksheet 1.2b, the whole Arabic alphabet is there. For example, there, let's go through quickly. Can you see Ard, Alif, Bab, Ba, Turab, Ta, Thawab, Tha, Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Dal, Ra, Za, Sin, Shin, Sad, Dad, Ta, Dha, where's Ain, 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 Ghain, Fa, Qaf, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Noon, Wow, Hamza, yeah. So the whole Arabic alphabet is there. In other words, each word here begins with a different letter of the Arabic alphabet. So what you can do is that all these words in the first column, whatever the first letter is, you can write that first letter separately there. That Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, if you want to. You don't have to memorize it because it's very simple. When you open the Quran, how do you know whether you say the Al or don't say the Al? When you open the Quran, how do you know? Because you didn't memorize sun and moon letters, so how do you know? Because there will be a shadda on if it's a sun, a shams letter. Why is it called a sun letter? Because the word shams, I say, ash-shams. Shams means sun. So it's called a sun letter because shams, sun is one of them, and ash-shams, I skipped the al, I grabbed the sheen, so it's a sun letter. So in other words, you don't have to memorize this because when you open the Quran, there will be a shadda on the word. And if it's a moon letter, what will be on the lam? Al-ardu, al-babu, al-jannatu. There will be a sukoon on the lam. Okay, so in other words, when you open the Quran, like say for example, this is the Quran you're reading now. You're reading Yasin. Yasin, wal Qur'anil Hakim. You don't have to know that this is a moon letter. I'm just telling you now. Okay, you don't have to memorize anything. You don't have to like learn anything. You don't have to memorize the list also. In the Quran, it tells you there, wal Qur'anil Hakim, Tanzeel al-Azizir Rahim. Are you with me? So this is one of the reasons why they put harakat in the Quran. The original Mus'haf of Uthman didn't have. So the history of the Quranic text, the original Mus'haf of Uthman didn't actually have harakat on. But as Islam spread to non-Arab countries, they found the need to start putting dots on and harakat on. Because if you're like a Persian or if you're like from some other country, you don't know sun and moon, it's not natural to you. So they put the harakat on and the dots and the shaddas and all those things. So we don't have to memorize all of these rules or know all of these rules. We just read it as it is. Okay. So what I'm saying basically is don't worry too much about the sun and moon letters. You just write out the list, inshallah. So your homework is, so I'm going to give you a summary of your homework. I'll give you a summary of your homework quickly so you know what to do. Homework number 1 is you have to write in the answers for worksheet 1.2b. There's also a mistake on the sheet. It's not Qamrun, it's Qamar. Not Qamrun. Worksheet 1.2b should be Qamar. Like the song, Qamarun, Qamarun, yeah, song, no? Yeah. Because Qamar means moon. So not Qamrun, Qamarun. Worksheet 1.2b, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down on the right hand side. Not Qamrun, Qamarun. Just change the sukoon to a fatha. So al-Qamaru and Qamarun. So your first homework is what? Your first homework is worksheet 1.2b is to write, all you must do simply there is write out the definite ones in the blank columns. Your next piece of homework is what? Is worksheet 1.3. Let me give you the translation quickly. Balad means a city or a town. So balad means a city or a town. What does bahr mean? Sea. Or ocean as well. So number 3 there, bahr is a sea. What does qalb mean? Qalb means, with the qaf, means heart. Qamar means what? Moon. Qamar means moon. Nahr means what? A river. River. River, yes. Flowing body of water. Yes. Next one. Shajara means a tree. A tree, yes. Nas, and nas means people. Ard or al-ard means either land or earth. Both are fine. Land or earth. Like the whole earth is called the ard, and a piece of land is also called ard. Next one, amal. Amal means an action. Alim means the all-knowing, the one that knows everything. Al-Alim, one of Allah's descriptions, the one that knows everything, the all-knowing. And Jannah, Jannah means a garden. Okay, so what you do in this one here is you're going to write down the definite and indefinite versions, and also I want you to try to memorize that vocab. Try to memorize that vocab, that word list, inshallah. Okay. You can change one. So if someone asks you, what did you do in Mizan Arabic so far? You can tell them 3 things. Week 1 we did what? That there are 3 types of word in Arabic. What are they? Ismun, fi'lun,